Hi, my name is Debbie Davis, and I am excited to share a little bit more tonight with you about the career as a marriage and family therapist. I have a very good friend in my ward, and she's actually my neighbor who works in this field. She works for Kaiser Permanente, which is a very large healthcare organization, works actually in their offices here in our hometown. And so it was really fun for me to actually interview and talk with her about her job. Like I said, Kaiser is a very large medical organization. She works right now in a 28-hour-a-week setting. Most providers are 40 hours a week, but she was able to, when she first started working for Kaiser, get a job with a little bit more flexibility in hours. That way, it was important to her that she was home when her kids got home from school. And she loves where she works. She says that it's a very supportive family, that they are also very close-knit and really get along well with each other. The typical stressors at her job is probably the greatest one is that there are a lot of caseloads at Kaiser, and so she feels that that adds quite a bit of stress to her workload. Their client population is very high and they need frequent appointments. And because of the volume of caseloads they have, it's very difficult for them to be able to see patients as frequently as they need to be seen. In fact, I know that at her workplace they just were doing some picketing and union issues recently. So I know that they're frustrated with the caseload and workload that they have, that they don't feel that they're helping the patient the way they should be. She said that on top of that, it's also very difficult to deal with the situations that the therapists come with in the office. She said that stress can also include managing her own emotions due to the sensitivity of the material that she hears so often. So she uses what she calls self-care. And I asked her a little bit about self-care. What that is to her is basically taking care of herself so that she can take care of others. She makes sure that she doesn't schedule people in her lunch hour. She doesn't stay late after work. She sets limits as far as what she can handle in her workload. And she said she uses her coworkers sometimes to self-care by venting to them and sometimes even crying. And she said that to some that may sound like crying is not a really good idea of self-care, but she says for her it helps her process her emotions and express herself in a healthier manner, that sometimes letting it go with good tears is really good therapy. So Kaiser is a great place for benefits. She said that they obviously, because they're a healthcare company, they have great healthcare benefits that include vision, prescription, mental health, and dental care. They have great vacation time and holiday and sick leave time. They offer disability life insurance coverage. And once you're vested, there's a great 401k retirement plan available. So her basic job, she works in two different departments at Kaiser. One is the outpatient adult psychiatry, and the other is psychiatry triage. In adult outpatient, she sees individuals with various mental health treatment issues. Some of them are suicidal, homicidal, self-harm. And in the triage, she assesses callers who are interested in setting up new first-time treatment appointments. So she does that by asking some screening questions, and then she books the appropriate appointment for them. She also screens patients for suicide risk and determines the course of immediate treatment needs. And she works with both adults and children. She has her bachelor's degree and master's degree, and she has had to have at least 2 years of supervised clinical work before she could receive her license from the state of California. And that's pretty standard for all states that require that. She is licensed by the state of California in the behavioral sciences, the California Board of Behavioral Sciences. And every 2 years to renew her license, they require that she takes a law and ethics class. Her salary, I didn't ask. I felt that was private. And so I did a lot of research online to try and find a salary, and it was really like this huge range. anywhere from $20.78 an hour all the way up to $96 an hour. So I'm guessing their starting salary is probably around $46,000 a year, and an experienced salary range would be upwards of $75,000, $80,000 a year. There's not much miscellaneous information other than the fact that she feels schooling is obviously vital. You can't have the job without it, and that it doesn't hurt to have good interpersonal skills, that you need to have patience and empathy and flexibility. And she also actually does run treatment groups occasionally and also assesses patients in the emergency room in terms with suicidal and homicidal symptoms. So it was really, really fun to spend some time getting to know more about her job, and even more so the fact that she works for an organization like Kaiser, as opposed to like the marriage and family therapy that you think of when you go down to somebody's office and they're self-employed and they do therapy. This was just different to hear more about what she does. And so I hope you learned something and enjoyed it. And thank you.